What's up? What's good? What is happening? Welcome to my live stream. I am the actual King Smith, and this is my weekly Tuesday vlog where I come on every Tuesday and talk about whatever the funk I want to talk about. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one simple mindset. And this is a term that was coined by former Navy SEALs David Goggins, who I've talked about on this channel before, in which he says, who's going to carry the boats and the logs? And he's doing this while he's working out. Now, David Goggins used to be a Navy SEAL. He's in the Genesis Book of World Records for doing like the most push-ups, the most pull-ups in one setting. And to me, he's inspirational. To others, he's an asshole just because of the way he talks. I purchased his book, which I linked in the chat. I'm sorry, not the chat. I linked in the description of this video. And if you're looking for something that can teach you about changing your mindset, it's a book that I recommend. I probably started the book like 4 months ago and I still hadn't finished, but that's on me. All right. Now, before I get into my opening monologue, I got to get the marketing stuff out the way. I'm streaming across multiple platforms: LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Facebook. Also, my personal Facebook page. I was against doing this on my personal Facebook page, but I decided that maybe, just maybe, somebody who's not following my other stuff could be inspired by something that I share. Like I've been inspired by the things that other people have shared. So I decided that for at least the remainder of 2023, I'm going to do these on my personal Facebook page as well. But starting 2024, I'm shifting back over to YouTube. Hey, Julius, brother, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. What's up, my man? Good to see you. I appreciate you popping in. I got my lady, Michelle, aka God Happen to Be, aka my boo thing, who's been my support over the last year, essentially, with various things. So I want to say, hey. And she said, be sure to mash that like button as you enter. Look, if there's a like button on the platform that you're watching this on, do me a favor. Hit that like button. All right. That helps me out on the algorithms. The algorithms. That's the algorithm over here. So what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about something that I've been stressing till I'm blue in the face, and that's your mindset. I'm going to share a video that's probably going to get me demonetized, but it is what it is. And I don't care about that part. I care about getting the message out. So I'm going to play this boat from, I want to say it's Hustle Mentality, something like that. And it's a mashup that they did of David Goggins. But let's get into this video, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Come on. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Energy. Let it out. 7, 8, 9, 10. A machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house. 13. Come on. 14. Come on. 15. Shut that muscle down. 16. Come on. Get it. 17.
They don't know me, son.
Get it. 18.
They don't know me, son.
Get it. 19.
They don't know me, son.
Yeah. 20. You got some more in you. 21. Yeah. Get it again. Come on. We want to see it. Good. 22.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
That's you, buddy. Come on. 23. Come on. 24. One more, David.
Who's
one more?
gonna carry the boats?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You did it. Yeah.
Carry the fucking boats.
That video, every single time I watch it, gets me fired up. Okay? It gets me fired up. And if you lived with me, you would probably understand that over the last 2 weeks, I play that video every morning when I wake up. Okay? It gets me fired up. So he's talking about who's going to carry the boats and the logs. Now, what he means by that is this. So David Goggins is a former Navy SEALs, and the Navy SEALs are known for their grueling and exceptional physical training. I don't know if there's any other special forces training that's harder or as hard as Navy SEALs training, right? I don't know what the Rangers do. I don't know what the other special ops training stuff does, but Budge training is difficult. It's well documented how hard it is. And just like Julia said, that video got me pumped. Hey, I'm telling you, every single time I play that video, I get amped. You can't watch that video and not be amped. All right. Shout out to Ricky Webster in the building. I know that Coach Gang is live right now. So the fact that he popped over here and said French toast props do. Hey, Ricky, salute, brother. I appreciate you tuning in. All right. But he talks about who's going to carry the boats. And in Navy SEALs Budge training, they do various different exercises and stuff that challenges them mentally, physically, and emotionally. Two of the things that they do, one is Navy crews are assigned and they carry inflatable boats that weigh about 200 pounds on the sand near the water. Now, the weight of the boats combined with the challenging terrain makes that particular exercise incredibly demanding, right? Because it requires immense physical strength, endurance, and mental fortitude. So when David Goggins is pushing up the weight, right? He's bench pressing and he's getting over 20 or so odd reps after he's probably already fatigued because the weight, when you looked at it, it wasn't that much. He had 25s on each side, that's 50. And if it's a standard Olympic barbell, then that's 45 pounds. So that was probably around 95 pounds that he's pressing. But he probably already did 1,000 push-ups, 10,000 crunches, probably 6 million pull-ups before he got down and he started doing that bench press. And that moment was captured. And his trainer was getting him amped up. And as he's pressing and he's pushing, he's yelling out, "They don't know me, son." And then he's saying, who's going to carry the boats and the logs, right? Because as you're going through life, it's not just about yourself, okay? You're also going to have other people that you're working with, other people that you're a part of a team, and everybody is going to have a job to do. So are you going to be the one that shows up, gets through your task, and do what you have to do? Or are you going to let life knock you down? You are going to get knocked down. I don't know of a person, unless you've lived a very privileged life, which that's something that I just don't understand. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, so I can't understand certain things. I've been knocked down. Some of it was my own doing, right? But it's the mindset that you got to have that you need to change to understand how to get back up and not only thrive and be better, but succeed. And then if you get the opportunity, hell, you can monetize it, put it in the book, and maybe inspire somebody else. You don't even have to monetize it. You can do what I'm doing. You can come on YouTube and you can share these thoughts with other people, and maybe it can inspire somebody else. One of the emails that I keep that I reference from time to time is an email from a guy from Australia from an audio podcast I did back in like late 2020, early 2021. He said something about what I talked about inspired him, and it got him to change his mindset about something. And I actually want to follow up with this guy just to see how he's doing now that several years has passed by. But who's going to carry the boats, right? Are you going to show up and do what you have to do? Or when time get hard, are you done? One of the other things that David Goggins talked about was who's going to carry the logs. And the logs is considered one of the most painful evolutions during Navy SEALs Budge training. Now, Budge stand for Basic Underwater Demolition and SEAL Training. Trainees must pick up this 150-pound log, run it over a 15-foot high sand berm, drop it in the sand, immediately pick it back up, press it over their heads, run the log into the ocean, and carry it back into the sand and start all of that over again. Now, what trainees don't know is how many times they have to do that. And the Navy SEAL instructors are assessing your mental and physical fortitude. Who's going to be the first to quit? Why are they quitting? Now, there's a reason why Navy SEALs have to go through that training. They're put in extreme, difficult situations. But in my opinion, life in itself is an extreme, difficult situation. Okay. It's not guaranteed. If you looked at what happened to Nick Chubb on Monday Night Football, he took a low hit from Minka Fitzpatrick that if you didn't see it, I encourage you, don't go looking for it. His knee went in a direction that knee should not go. And Nick Chubb's football career might be done. It's his second big knee injury in his, short young life. And he's playing a physically demanding sports. And look, it happens. Okay. But you never know where life's going to take you. This guy made a pretty good, decent living playing a sport, playing a game. And if he comes back and play, I'd be surprised. He might have to start considering what's next for him. Okay. What's his mindset going to be like now that football, which is inevitable, right? There's going to come a point in time. Not everybody's Tom Brady out here playing 20-something years. Okay. Tom Brady's old enough to be people's granddads out here. Not everybody can have that longevity. That next evolution is coming. How's your mindset going to be when it's taken from you? My active duty time was taken from me because I have a heart condition. Right? It's not just about the stuff that you do, it's your mental fortitude and everything that you go through as well. So the Navy SEALs exercises, look, they're designed to test you. They're designed to push you. They're designed to see how far you can go. I encourage you, if you have the opportunity and you're an able-bodied person, I encourage you to do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Okay? If speaking is outside of your comfort zone, join Toastmasters. If doing some type of grueling physical thing is a little bit outside of your comfort zone, sign up for a 5K. Do a Tough Mudder. Okay? When you do these things and you accomplish it and you get past it, you realize what you can do that you never thought that you could do. I tell people sometimes get a passport and travel. Why? Because you never know what you're missing out in different cultures that you haven't experienced because you're inside of your own comfort zone. All right. So I've got to ask y'all, what's your mindset? Who's going to carry the boats and the logs? Shout out to Ricky Webster. He sent the $9.99 super chat and said, I tell people that life works just like fitness. We only get what we give, and we can't cheat the process of progress. Thank you, Ricky. That's the last thing that I'm going to talk about today before I close out. Actually, before I do, Julia said, what is one fear or one goal you hope to accomplish in the near future? So I'm going to answer that. And actually, it plays into what Ricky Webster just said. I shared very publicly last week that I'm looking at attaining and doing a physical fitness goal, changing my lifestyle. I am 281.5 pounds, the heaviest I have ever been in my life. And that got weighed and measured last week, and it got weighed today. And I wanted to make sure that I got the weight before I came on live here. Even though some people say weigh yourself early in the morning, I need to start doing that. But I came on here, Julius, and said that for the next over the next year, I want to get down to about 230 pounds. That's 50 pounds in 12 months. And what am I doing to accomplish it? Well, I'm changing up my diet for one, and I'm looking at being a lot more active, hitting the gym. Tomorrow morning, I'm going Man, I'm going at 5:30 a.m. So I got to get up at 5 and leave the house. And I have people that are going to hold me accountable to make sure that my behind is up and going. And not only that, like I said, I am working off of a meal plan right now that I'm looking at losing 20 pounds in 6 months. And then the rest of that 30 or getting down to 230 by September of next year. I've put that goal out there. I talked about it in my last week's vlog number 50. Okay. But you can't cheat the process of progress, one effing step at a time. There's no cheat code. I know people are out here cheating, getting BBLs and things like that, but lipo or all of that stuff. No, no. Take the time. Nick Saban didn't achieve the level that he did just by showing up. No, he had people work a process, enhance their physical fitness, work on their grades in college, all of that stuff, right? And people that have gone through certain programs on the sports side anyway have became successful even outside of sports as long as they understood the process of progress. I like that. You can't cheat the process of progress. Hey, Ricky out here dropping gems. Hey, Ricky, I appreciate that, man. I like that. Julius just said you applied for Army Officer Candidate School. I'm 34 and I've been out of active duty for over 10 years. I feel out of touch with the military, but I know I can accomplish my goal. Hey, brother. Okay. Okay. What's interesting about that? What is interesting about that is because you've already been active duty, you understand what it takes. I'm gonna follow up with you, man. I'm gonna follow up with you. I gotta write this down. I gotta follow up with you to see how that process is going. I don't know too many people that have that served active duty, got out, and then applied over a decade later. The whole military is different. I went and visited my old squadron about 5 years ago, and I've been out since 2010. And just the whole mindset looked a whole lot different. Like I was talking to some of the younger in-flight refuelers that was there and some of the younger pilots, and I just had to laugh because I said, "Man, this is a whole different military." But salute to you, man. That's what's up. Look, accomplishing a goal. There's things about the military I like. There's things about the military I don't like. But what I do like is what you can get out of it on the back end of it. I'm thankful for my service. I'm thankful for the people that I've met. I'm thankful for the stuff that I've learned. And I'm thankful for the opportunities that serving my country has afforded me. Okay. It's not for everybody. It's not. But if you're somebody like Julius that have been out for 10 years and he said right there at the end, I know I can accomplish my goal. He in there already. He is in there already. Shout out to Dante in the building. He said, "You're sip." That guy gave me an opportunity to do stand-up comedy, not necessarily sight unseen, but I had sent them some stuff that I did, and I appreciate that. Right? Who's going to carry the boats and the logs? Dante right there gave me an opportunity to do something that, man, I was so into. I actually miss stand-up comedy. I don't miss anything. And I said that specifically for Michelle. But being behind the mic, some people don't know I've done stand-up comedy. That's the other thing. People are like, wait, you've done stand-up comedy? Yes. Thanks to a nonprofit called Armed Services Arts Partnership. I went through stand-up comedy training and performed at the DC Improv and a couple other things afterwards. Okay, how many people can say that they've done stand-up comedy in front of an audience? It was something outside of my comfort zone. I don't think I'm funny. Other people have told me that. I don't think I'm funny. I can get a yuck yuck from time to time. All right. But Dante said that he appreciates me. Nah, man, I appreciate you. I had a chance to meet you and your lady. And whenever I see you come back in town, I'm always doing something. But I always look and go, man, I need to see if I can make the show. And every single time there's always been something that has I'm not gonna say prevented it, you know, just having to move things around could sometimes be difficult. Life. But I plan on catching you one of these next times that you back down this way, man. Tell your lady I said what up. I don't know if she remembered me, but um tell her I said what up. Julius asks, why did I give it up? If you did so, why did I give up stand-up comedy? Ooh, you know, at the time that I was doing it, it was what I needed. I was going through my divorce and it affected me more than I thought that it could. And I needed to shift my time and energy into getting myself out from debt and the funk that I was in, turn things around. The laughter helped. It was a nice bridge to get me through while I was coming out of the tail end of my marriage and going through my divorce. It was actually perfect. The people that I met, the network and the connections that I made was perfect, but I needed to shift my energy and attention into getting out of debt and jumping over that hurdle. Then COVID happened and I never took the time to get back into mics and things like that. It's something that I'm like, man, I know I could still do it because I've done it. I know I could still do it. I still write jokes from time to time. I have like a Google Notes thing with setups and punchlines, and I'm like, man, I think you can take enough of these and boom, do a 5-minute set. But right now, I'm focused on building and doing some other things that the time that it would take to get back behind the mic consistently and be decent at it, I don't have. And that's all right. Like, I know that. Dante said, I think you did great. Hey, man, that was one of my, when I got done, I loved it. I said, man, I got to keep this going. Everybody bombs if you do enough mics. Even the famous comedians have talked about this. The first time I bombed, I was like, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this, right? But every comedian that I talked to said, yo, it happens to everybody. Get back out there. And I did for a little bit, but Julius, like I said, I ended up having to reshift my priorities post divorce, and it just the time effort became a factor. All right. If you look up King Smith comedy on YouTube, you'll see my 5-minute set that I did as part of my graduation performance from the Armed Services Arts Partnership at the DC Improv. King Smith comedy. It's likely the first one that pops up too. All right. My mom is in the building. She said, dude, it's funny that you think you funny, man. Hey, like I said, mama, you weren't listening. I said, I don't think I'm funny, but other people have said it. All right. I can laugh at my own jokes. Like, for example, I'm going to put this out there. I talked about the Navy SEALs buzz training, how difficult it is. One of the training that I did in my Air Force time was SERE training. And SERE, it's SERE, stands for survive, evade, resist, and escape. Now, I was telling my uncle one time about the SERE training shortly after I had graduated the Air Force SERE training school. And my uncle said, hey, nephew, say that again one time. What's that training that you went through? And I said, hey, uncle, it was survive, evade, resist, and escape. And he looked at me quite puzzling. And I said, oh, what's so confusing? He said, hey, man, I don't know about you, but where I'm from, anytime a black man tries to evade, resist, and escape, he does not survive. That's the punchline. I did that joke on the spot because it wasn't one that was written down. I came up with that one while I was on the stage doing my performance. Nobody knew that. That was my ending joke to end my 5-minute set, and I thought it was fantastic. And it's a joke that if you've been through SEER school, you understand that. All right. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at the comments and then we're going to close out here. Dante said, when I bombed, it hurt bad. An uppercut from Tank Mike Tyson hurt. Yes, that first time you bombed, you really start questioning, should I be doing this? I remember I had an opening joke one time and the opening joke didn't land. And I said, man, this is going to be a long night. When you bomb, let's say if you're doing a 5-minute set, when you bomb, that 5-minute set seems long. That's why features comics are doing something closer to 10 to 15. If they off, I don't know how they keep going past that first 5 minutes. I'd be like, hey, y'all, that's my time. I'm King Smith. I'm out. All right. Who's going to carry the boats? Life can be difficult, but it can also be overcome as long as you have the right mindset to be able to do it. Before I go, I have to give a shout out to Chuck Harkins. That's one of my classmates from high school who I'm still in contact with. We played fantasy football. Liz Harkins. Chuck was an Army veteran. He found out in his 40s that he has ALS. And shortly after he found out, his physical body deteriorated fast to where he can't do things on his own. Okay. And Chuck went from being able to talk to now having to be able to use a machine to communicate to people. And he has great support from his family and friends and things like that. I haven't heard from him from a while because, hey, man, he's going through something that I can't understand, that other able-bodied people can't understand. And I think about Chuck often enough. I'm on week 2 of getting back into the gym and being active. And there's 2 people that I channel when I'm like, man, my body is tired. I am out of shape. Why am I doing this? I think about David Goggins, the Navy SEAL guy who used to be severely out of shape and said he wants to be a Navy SEAL, or he wanted to be an Air Force special weapons and tactics guy. And he was severely overweight, like almost 300 pounds. But he did what he needed to do to get in shape, to qualify, to be able to do certain jobs in the military. David Goggins didn't pass SEAL training his first time. I didn't know that until I read his book. He went through 2 hell weeks in the same year. Unheard of. If you watch Navy SEAL documentaries, that is unheard of. Okay. He has this saying that people should strive to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. You can arguably say that people that are special, like Rangers, Navy SEALs, they are uncommon. You can go a little bit above that by being uncommon among uncommon people. That's what helps you stand out. That's why David Goggins is a paid motivational speaker. He's written several books. He's amassed himself a net worth and wealth through being uncommon amongst uncommon people. I hope this video inspired somebody. I didn't finish talking about Chuck. Chuck also is the second person that I think about whenever I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm 280 something pounds and I'm out here, moving, doing things, right? Trying to lose the unwanted pounds that I don't need. And I think about 2 people. I think about David Goggins and I think about Chuck Harkins. Okay. Chuck found out about his ALS and his life changed rapidly. And he's still out here living. He's still living. I haven't heard from him But if he does catch this, I want him to know that I do think about him. Okay. There are things that modern medicine hasn't been able to fix, and that's one of them. All right. So while I do have this able body, I'm going to be out here. I'm going to be doing positive things so that I'm able to go as long as, I can go. And when it's my time, it's my time. That's how I look at it. All right. Chelsea said, David Goggins is amazing. Have you read his book? I have. I own one of his books currently, and I'm about halfway through it. I own the book Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds. I actually linked it into the description box of this. If you're watching it on YouTube, Facebook, and think Twitter, you can be able to see the link. I bought the book off Amazon. I know he has, I think, 2 books, 2 or 3, but I do have that one. I'm halfway through it, and I should be finished before September is out. Have you read both of them, Chelsea? I'm assuming that you have, if you've asked me if I've read his books and that you know who he is. Okay. Julius, I'm glad you joined, man. Every week something new happens or something pops up, and I'm glad that I did this, because what y'all don't know, I used to do this video later in the evening, and then I moved it to earlier after I got off work. But I got out after work today, had to run some I just had to run some errands, ended up playing flag football. That was my cardio for today, right? And we won. Haha. There's actually video of me scoring a point and contributing, former athletic person getting out here doing this thing. And I had to, cook dinner, shower, and then prep for this live stream. I don't just show up and go live. I do have to do a little bit of prep prior to going live. And I thought about not doing my vlog today. And I literally looked over to my left, like right here off camera. I bought one of David Goggins' shirts, and it says, "Who's going to carry the boats?" And I wanted to make sure that I got it from him so that he got the proceeds, because anybody can make a shirt based off of what somebody said and sell it and hope that they don't get in trouble. All right. So Chelsea said, nope, just Can't Hurt Me, and you want to read the other one. How about this, Chelsea? I'm going to buy his second book, and when I'm done, I'll mail it to you. And I'll buy it and finish it in October and mail it to you by the end of October. We'll do that. All right, that's my video. Brandon showed up. Chelsea said, deal. All right, good. That's what's up. God happened to me. He said, how was the salmon? Salmon. It was good. It was great. Thank you. She helped season it for me after she came to support me at the flag football game today. And then she helped me by seasoning the salmon and putting it in the oven for me while I showered and then got ready and prepped for this live stream. It was the bomb.com. That's part of my meal plan. Shout out to Angela Ingram. She sent me the meal plan that I'm following. And initially when I looked at it, I said, wait, what? I got to eat like this? I got to not eat this? What? But we're on week 1 of the meal plan, week 2 of me being more active and working out. I got to hit the gym tomorrow. They don't know me, son. Hey, look, she said the L is like the T in Baltimore. It's silent. You don't say it. It is what it is. Brandon Johnson is one of the guys. Hey, he inspired me. I don't know. Brandon, you should document what you're doing. Create a YouTube channel and talk about it, man. When I say you, like you are the catalyst that got me to go, all right, time to change. Brandon dropped like 40 pounds in 2 months or something ridiculous. Went from a size 42 to, I think he said, a 36. Great job, man. Keep it up. He's not done. He's not done yet either. I know he created a page. I followed that page. His thing is about accountability. And that's why I'm doing this. I said for the rest of the year, I'm going to give y'all updates as to my progress. Today's update and today's progress is 1 pound down. That's 1 pound. I've made it to the gym and or did cardio in some form or fashion the last 4 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays and Saturdays are like my off down days. But even on Saturdays, I'm gonna get out, maybe get a mile and a half in. I think that's what we put on the calendar. Myself and God Happened to Me talked about getting more active together as a couple, which is dope. She heard me talk about my plans and goals, and for whatever her own inspiration is, she wanted to do the same thing. I'm all for it. We can hold each other accountable. I can dig it. All right. Brandon said, I'll catch up, man. Can't wait to see how low you'll go. Competition. I want to make this a competition. I do well in competitions. Okay. So we're going to close out. I'm going to play that video one more time and we're going to be out. I appreciate everybody that popped in. Julius, brother, it was good to see you, man. It has been good to see you. I know it's been some months, but I appreciate you popping in. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Come on. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Energy. Let it out. 7, 8, 9, 10. A machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house. 13. Come on. 14. Come on. 15. Shut that muscle down. 16. Come on. Get it. 17.
They don't know me, son.
Get it. 18.
They don't know me, son.
Get it.
They
19.
don't know me, son.
Yeah. 20. You got
They
some
don't know
more.
me,
Yeah.
son.
21. Yeah. Get again. Come on. We want to see it. Good. 22.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
That's you, buddy. Come on. 23. Come on. 24. One more, David.
Who's
One more.
gonna carry the boats?
You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You did it. Yeah.
Carry the fucking boats.
A Thessalonian you're fighting. He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.